Virginia Democrats, meanwhile, have taken the first step toward redrawing congressional districts. The House of Delegates has agreed to change the rules, allowing the chamber to take up redistricting during the current special session. Capitol reporter Tyler Englander explains what Democrats are proposing and how Republicans are responding.
Democrats starting the process of redistricting today, something that could lead to new congressional maps ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. Democrats say they're responding to Republican-led redistricting efforts across the nation, while Republicans say that Democrats are trying to overturn the will of Virginia voters. To the ire of Republicans, Virginia Democrats say Republican-led efforts to gerrymander states across the nation have forced them to start the process of potentially redistricting Virginia.
So the trigger has already been pulled when it comes to attacks on our democracy.
Just because a bad idea was proposed and even taken up by a few of our sister states, such as North Carolina or California, is not a reason for Virginia to follow suit.
On Monday, the House of Delegates agreed to a resolution allowing the House to take up a proposed constitutional amendment that would change how Virginia draws its congressional maps. Currently, a bipartisan commission redraws Virginia's maps every 10 years after a new census is completed, something Republicans argue Democrats are trying to circumvent.
Think about this. They want to go away from a bipartisan redistricting commission, and they want to put in place of that a small handful of Democrat elected officials in a dark room somewhere to make decisions about the future districts here in Virginia.
For their part, Democrats haven't released the actual language of the proposed amendment yet. However, Delegate Rodney Willett says he'll introduce it Wednesday, and it won't get rid of the bipartisan commission altogether.
The commission continues on. There's a decennial process for that, so we will absolutely stick to that. That's what's in the Constitution. This is to create, again, not a mandate, but an option in the interim, in between those decennial redistrictings, to do something when there's an extraordinary circumstance.
And now the General Assembly would have to pass the proposed amendment this year and next year before it could be considered by Virginia voters. As for what's next, the Senate still has to agree to change the rules to take up redistricting, something we expect to happen by Wednesday. At the state capitol, I'm Tyler Englander.